Star Alliance turns 25 years old this Saturday. Star was the first global airline alliance. It launched in 1997. There were 5 members. Quick test. Which ones were they? We'll talk about them in a minute. This is the current list of Star and affiliated members that currently exist. It's the world's largest. There are 26 members, and I'm guessing you've flown 1 or 2 of them. Its network serves nearly every country with over 1,300 airports. Quick sort of note, I suppose, of transparency. I sort of have highest membership of Star because I fly Star carriers. So I'm a member of Star Alliance. Chief Executive Jeffrey Goh is with me from Frankfurt. Jeffrey, good to have you, sir. First of all, if we do talk about Asia, and I mean, it's the last area where there has not been a reopening, a sizable reopening, and yet your Star members, Thai, Singapore and the like, are slowly but surely coming back together.
Yes, Richard, thank you for having me again. Good to see you. Absolutely. I think there has been a lot of comments about Asia lagging behind the global recovery in air travel. But I think if we apply some forensic tests, many countries in Asia Pacific are actually opening up and have opened. Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Thailand, even Vietnam and Cambodia. Yes, of course, the attention is always on China and perhaps Japan. And is a large swathe of the travel universe. But we have 2 members based in China, Air China and Shenzhen Airlines, and a connecting partner of Junyao Airlines in Shanghai. We are just as anxious as they are to get going again in having China open up, and so contribute to better connectivity around the world.
Now to the alliance itself. I guess you've answered this a million times in different guises, but what role do you see the alliances having in the future? The JVs, with particularly transatlantic and transpac JVs of airline groups, have become so much more relevant and important that the one asks what purpose the alliances will serve in the future.
Well, as you mentioned in your introduction, Richard, I mean, we are going to celebrate 25 years, and that's a long way to have come from 1997. And in many respects, we've gone from strength to strength. But of course, along our journey, we've had our detractors. But I think with 25 years under our belt, we've been able to demonstrate the value that we bring to the members. But I think equally through innovations and the seamless conveniences that we've been able to deliver to customers, particularly now with the digital era, I think that global airline alliances have a unique proposition and place in addressing the intersections of a multi-airline itinerary. And as we navigate ourselves out of this COVID crisis, the deepest that the industry has ever faced, there will be more partnerships and the intersections that they create. And I think airline alliances have a great value proposition there, as well as a lot of other synergy opportunities, whether this is particularly now, as we're talking about sustainability, the opportunities to not only learn, but also to jointly engage in activities that will aspire towards our net zero carbon emissions targets.
Yeah, okay. But what do you think is the biggest improvement or change that you would like to see? Yes, we've got recognition, you've got earn and burn on different airlines, although I have to say that is still a very complicated business where there's not exactly pari passu. I get all of that, but is there a big new thing that you think Star Alliance should do for members and for passengers?
Well, there are many big new things that we can deliver, but of course we have to approach these in a calibrated manner. And I can say that in the course of the next few months and in our anniversary year, our 25th anniversary year, there will be some major announcements that we'll be making in terms of new products, Alliance First products, for example. But I think one important topic, I think, for the industry as well as the Alliance is obviously sustainability. And I think it is not just the responsibility of airlines. The stakeholders in the ecosystem all have a role to play, and I think that's one big thing, and one sort of mindset we've got to address. From government incentives to refiners and producers of SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, to the aircraft manufacturers. All of us have a role to play, and airports, to make sure that we deliver on our promise and our license to be able to continue to fly.
Do you foresee, are you comfortable now with the geographical spread? I mean, you've got everything, yes, but would you look to try and entice another airline to join?
Well, Richard, we have been through 2 years of the deepest crisis for the industry, and what I would describe as we're just about coming back from the wild, wild west. And I think there's a lot for that needs to be settled in the industry, particularly as airlines restructure their network, they reconfigure their fleet. It's too early at the moment for us to say that we will bring in an airline, for that matter. But we're not closed for business. We will look for unique propositions, and we'll look for significant value add as we consider on a case-by-case basis.